Hey guys, so it has been a very long time since the last time I talked to you guys. I am so incredibly sorry. I stepped into my senior year of university and like everything just went crazy and I never had the time, or honestly I never had the energy to like sit down and film a video or like to vlog or any of it. There have been so many times where I did pick up the camera and I tried to, and then I was like, I can't, like I literally can't, because I worked so incredibly much that I just couldn't. We are going to talk all about that today. I'm going to talk about the big elephant in the room that I really haven't discussed on YouTube. It's been on my Instagram if you guys follow me there. Talking about getting engaged, talking about my senior year of university, plans after college, how the semester went, and even just life at the moment. Yeah, that is what we are going to discuss today. I have a nice candle burning right here, which is very hot. I don't know why I chose to pick that up. I wanted to show you guys my candle, clearly. I have like rain sounds going on in the background. I also have another candle over there. We're gonna do my makeup. We're gonna get ready. It is currently Christmas Eve whenever I'm filming this, and I was like, you know, I really want to sit down and film a video. I have not filmed or talked in so long, and this is something that I really want to do a lot more of now. Especially like my last semester of university, I just really want to vlog more and to talk more and to do more videos, because it is something that I really do enjoy, and I've been doing it since high school. Like I've been making videos, if I'm being so honest, since middle school, and like now I'm about to graduate college, and it's something that I don't want to let go of just yet. That is, we're gonna talk about all that, but we are gonna get ready. I hope that you all had a great and Merry Christmas. This video is coming out after Christmas. We are gonna get ready. I'm going to clip my hair back with these cute little clips. My friend is getting married in January, and it says to have and to hold your hair back. These are the clips that I have been using to do like my makeup for so long, because I had these, but now I only have one because the other one broke. It broke a while ago. I think it broke like on a trip. It was so unfortunate. I was so sad. Yeah, we're gonna clip my hair back. I did sock curls last night, and I don't know if I love them or if I even really like them. What do we want to talk about first? I think we're first gonna talk about the semester and just all of the things that happened. I'm gonna pluck my eyebrows, so the mirror's gonna be really close to me and it's gonna look very bright on camera, so I'm sorry. So let's talk about just this fall semester and like stepping into my senior year of college, university, whatever. I like saying university. Like college is usually 2 years, university's 4. I have been going to college since my senior year of high school, so I've actually been in college for 5 years. And it's taking me this long to get my degree. But I also took a semester off, if you guys remember, we're here for that. My freshman spring, I took off because I was going to a different university at the time, and I really won't get into why I left, but God just had other plans and he had greater plans for me, so I'm very thankful for that. But senior year, my senior fall was absolutely insane. I had to do an internship this semester that I really tried to get out of as best as I could, or like find an easier way to where I didn't have to work two jobs. Technically I worked 3 jobs and go to school, so it was like I was doing so many different things full time, and so it was really hard for me to have any free time. Like, if you ask anybody, I did not have a life this fall semester. And then just school wasn't necessarily hard for me. My classes aren't hard. I'm a mass comm major. It's just a lot of projects. I did have to take an English class. That was kind of hard. It was kind of, I wouldn't say it was necessarily hard, but it was difficult. It challenged me, but in like a really good way. I would honestly retake that class again, like if I like needed to, or like had to take another class like that, I would. It was very fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think this evens us out a lot better. And I have a mirror right in front of me as well, so like this light, so it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, now let's actually like for real talk about what I want to talk about. I feel like I haven't actually been able to like get a sentence out. So my schedule, the way it was, I was in class every single day, every single day of the semester, there was not a day that I did not step onto campus unless like one of my classes was canceled. But then I had like 2 more classes in that day. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was there from 9 a.m. to sometimes 1 p.m. I usually would get out about noon. So I was there from 9 a.m. to 12. And then I was there Tuesday and Thursday from 9:30 to almost 11. And it absolutely sucked. It was the worst thing. I was so upset with my schedule. It ended up being okay. Like, it was really fine at the end of the day, but I had no time. And on top of that, I was going to work. Some days I would work till 11. No, some days I would work till 7. Most days I would work till 5:30, which getting off at 5 and getting off at 5:30 are 2 different feelings. If you know, you know. I would work, and then I would have to work most weekends because I was also doing an internship at the same exact time. And like, I had my for real job, and sometimes I would go from school to my job and then to my internship. And then most Saturdays I was just working for my internship, and I never really got a break. And then on top of that, because I can't stop, because this is just my personality, I'm the oldest daughter, I also started my photography business. I started my photography business last spring in April, and then this semester it really kicked off because it just did, like, just the area that I live in, which was great. Like, the Lord really blessed me whenever I needed it, and I'm very, very, very grateful. But looking back, I had absolutely no time with my friends, with my now fiance, and I was also doing long distance until like October, end of October, almost November. I was doing long distance, which also really sucked. That was my life for a good while, and just I feel like a lot changed this semester. And like at the end of the semester, a lot of my friends graduated. Actually, not every single one of them, but like 2 of my best friends are graduated now, which one of them graduated this semester, one of them graduated in May. And so it's just kind of weird, especially like looking into my next semester, which is also my final semester. I'm just like, wow, like a lot's gonna change, and I'm getting married and all of the things. And so this semester just felt super crazy. But next semester I only have 1 class on campus every single day. So like, I have a class Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 to 10, and then Tuesday, Thursday from 9:30 to 10:45ish. And so it's really nice. I'm also going to be doing a short film next semester, which I'm so excited to like actually sit down and like do. I'm very, very, very excited. It's going to be kind of like based around like graduation and like graduating and life after, and like being a creative person. That is kind of the idea that I have. I'm really excited to see it come true. So that has been my school life, never stopping, never ending. And then again, like, I was just working all of the time. I never really stopped. So I never had the time to sit down and like do video or do content work, and it kind of made me really sad. I also barely got to read this semester. That was also really sad. I really miss reading, and over the break I've already gone through like 2 books. I'm on my 3rd book right now. No, I've gone through more than 2 books. I've gone through like 4. Like, I have been reading the past couple weeks. So it is really nice to be on break, and also to be thinking about like next semester will be my last, and I'm also not doing as much. So it's really nice. Like, I can't believe that like all of my friends and I are like growing up. Like, we're doing the thing that we have been like talking about since high school, or like even since middle school. Like, you know, you go to college and you graduate and you get engaged to like a boy that you met in college, and you get married and all of the things. And like, for like most people like that's around me, and like most of my friends, like that's very true. Like, it's all happening to us, and it's just absolutely crazy. And I really can't believe that's happening. Like, it's so much fun and I love it. And so it's been really fun. So speaking of like getting married and all that, I'm going to talk about me getting engaged. Here is the ring. Here is she's very beautiful. It is an oval shaped, and it is a solid gold band as well. I absolutely love my ring. And also just like how he proposed was absolutely perfect. It was the most beautiful thing ever. That entire day was just such a perfect day. My fiance's name is John. I have filmed I think a few vlogs with him in it, not really a whole lot, but he proposed on October 12th, 2024. We went to this like beach. I say it's a beach, it's not really a beach, but like it is. And I was spending the whole entire day with him. We were just like, he came in for the weekend because he was working out of town at that time. And we were like, we're gonna have like a really intentional like date day. Like it was planned. We were like, we're going to the beach, we're gonna take photos, we're gonna have a picnic, all of the things. Like him proposing was something that I knew was gonna happen soon. I did not think it was gonna happen on the day that it did, but I'm so grateful that like the Lord blessed us enough to like where he could. We go pick up food to like bring to the beach, and we're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be absolutely perfect, because like the weather was so nice. It really was not hot, which it's October and you would think like, oh, it's gonna be cold. We live in Louisiana, it's gonna be hot, think again. And so we go, it was super nice. We're sitting there and like I could tell, like in my head I'm thinking, oh my gosh, he's gonna propose. And then I was talking myself out of it the entire time. I was like, no, he's not. Like he's not gonna do it. He doesn't want to do it this early, because I know what the boy wants to do. I don't know what he wants to do. Like, get out of your head, Kyla. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, he's not gonna do it. And we're there for a while. Like I read my book a little bit, he kind of fishes for a few minutes. We go like on a walk up and down the beach. We're like, he's like, okay, like you want to set up the camera so we can take photos. And like this is something that we normally do. Like we normally will set up the camera and like take photos and all of the things. And so I'm like, yeah. And so I set up the camera and he goes back to his bag to like grab something, like to put down his phone or keys or whatever to do that. He's grabbing the ring. And so I'm setting up the camera and everything. He comes back, we set the camera on a timer, and he's just like, he just gets down on one knee and proposes. And I'm literally shaking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not happening. Like in my head I'm like, this is not happening, this is not real. It absolutely was. He tried to get a video of it, but what happened is that it was so incredibly windy that day, and like either he knocked the camera or the wind just hit it at like the right angle and it moved it to where like you can see him but you can't see me. I'll try to put in like the clip that you can see kind of both of us like whenever he proposes. But he was so sweet. Like that entire day was just absolutely perfect. It was like the most perfect day, and like I still think about it all of the time. Like I think about it constantly. And just the way that he did it, it was just us at the beach. Like there was quite literally no one around us for miles, if there was anybody else out there at all. Like there was nobody else out there. It was just a random Saturday, and like so we sit there and we watch the sunset, and then like I come home and I'm FaceTiming like all of my friends and my parents and my granny and all the things, and I'm like crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was the most beautiful, perfect like proposal I could have ever asked for. I genuinely am so incredibly grateful to like have him in my life and to have like just this opportunity, I guess you could say, to marry him. And so it's great. We hit 1 year on October 25th, 2024, and we are hoping to get married shortly after I graduate college. So I'm very excited. Like we're gonna be house hunting soon. I say house hunting, like we're gonna be apartment, maybe house hunting, I don't know. And I'll try to like actually vlog that kind of stuff. I'll be trying to vlog like the moving process and all of that too, like because I still want to hold on to these memories. Like I'm vlogging, and like this is also my dilemma with vlogging as well, is that at a certain time, at a certain point, I was like, oh, like I'm vlogging to make content, like I'm doing it just for the content, to like be a creator and all the things. And like right now I'm just like, no, like I really just want to vlog and do all these things because I love it and I want to hold on to these memories. And so I'm gonna be hopefully vlogging all of that kind of stuff because I think it could be absolutely so incredibly fun to have these memories to look back on and be like, hey kids, look, like this is your parents house hunting and like doing all these things. Like this is our first year of marriage, and this is, you know, whenever we took our first trip to like, I don't know, like Tennessee or something. Like this is whenever we went to California and all of the things. And so I'm really hoping that I can do that and everything. And so yeah, but that was the proposal story. I am so excited and I'm so happy. Wedding planning has been an absolute mess, if you are wondering. I hate wedding planning, but it's gonna get done. I'm very, very excited. I already went wedding dress shopping. I literally picked out my dress yesterday. Like, as whenever I'm filming this, like I picked out my dress for my wedding yesterday, and I'm so freaking excited, y'all. It is the exact opposite of what I thought I wanted. And now, like, looking back, I'm like, I'm so, like, or not looking back because I literally chose it yesterday, but like I went wedding dress shopping like a few Saturdays ago, and yesterday, like, I like fully picked out my dress and like I'm about to buy it and all of these things. And so I'm really freaking excited. Yeah, I could not be more happy. But yeah, that is life right now. I'm about to be a wife, which is crazy, but I will not be stopping on the vlogs anytime soon. Hopefully at least like a vlog a month, just for like my personal sake of like, this is what I did this month, you know? And so I'm really not wanting to stop vlogging at all, just because I love it so much. And so yeah, but be excited. I'm about to be a wife, and that'll be so much fun. Like, even just like creating content or like getting ideas for like that kind of stuff is gonna be a lot of fun. And so I'm really excited for it. What's something else that's been going on? Oh, speaking back to books. Okay, I have not done a book video in, again, like I haven't uploaded in 4 months. Last book video I did was what, August? Literally, it was the books that I read this past summer. I don't know if I'm ever going to be what I used to be like 2 years ago, like a booktuber kind of thing. I don't know if I'm necessarily like on that level anymore, and not being like on that level, but being like, I don't know, where like my whole entire channel is dedicated to that. I really want to go back to like just making vlogs and just creating content and like, again, doing stuff that I can look back on like a year from now and be like, oh, this is what was going on in my life. Is that going to stop me from doing book videos? No. Like, I still want to do them, but I'm not going to be like at the level that I was, like book recommendations, all the things, maybe a sprinkle of them here and there. I really want to do a book video where it's like all the books I read in 2024. I also want to do one where it's like my TBR for 2025. In the next vlog, I will be redoing like all of my bookshelves. I'll be cleaning like my entire room, but like doing my bookshelves is one of them. And so like I'll get a video like that, of course, but it will be like in it. So it's not like I'm gonna completely stop talking about books or like completely stop doing all that stuff. I'm probably just gonna do less of it than what I used to do, which I'm already doing less. So it's like technically I'll be doing more than I have like the past year. That is kind of where I'm at with everything. I will say one of my favorite books, it's literally right in front of me, one of my favorite books that I've read this year, in which I actually recently read it, but like this is probably my top book of 2024, is The Bridge Kingdom. Guys, I have not cried to a book since the ACOTAR series, and it's like over there on the top of my bookshelves, and I read that in like 2022, almost 3 years ago. I'm not even kidding. I have not felt like the way I felt about ACOTAR. I have not felt that feeling since I read that book 2 years ago. I have not cried about a book in a long time, or like the way that I did. But that same feeling that I had for ACOTAR, I have for The Bridge Kingdom. The same emotions I have for The Bridge Kingdom. And like, it's these two books. Oh my gosh. So freaking good. I am on the third one right now, which actually follows the brother of the main girl in here. Guys, I cannot stop thinking about it. I cannot stop talking about it. Like, I literally blabbed to like my best friend about this entire book because I'm like, I know she's not gonna read it because she's not a reader. And so I told her the entire plot of this book, and she was like, I need you to tell me what's happening in the next one. And so like the next time we meet up, I'm literally gonna tell her all that happened in this, because I cannot stop thinking about it. The way that I cried and like the big emotions I feel for the series is absolutely insane. It is about this girl. She is kind of like this spy princess for her kingdom. Her dad is the king, but her and her sisters are trained assassins. Like, they've been training since they were like 5 years old to be a spy to go into the Bridge Kingdom and like be a spy there. And it's absolutely insane. So she goes there and is a spy, and like then you really get to learn about the guy named Aaron and like about his kingdom, like the Bridge Kingdom, and like all of their secrets and stuff, because like they are the ones that control like the trade for all of the continents that are around them. And like the king that the main girl Laura is from is trying to like take over the Bridge Kingdom, but like you really get to know him and like all of his people and the guards and the sister and like all of that, and you start to have a connection with them all at the same time. She's trying to be like, no, like I'm supposed to take them down, and it's so freaking good. Like, I cannot stop thinking about it, and I know I keep on saying that, but it is so true. I cannot stop thinking about it. I love that book. I literally love it with my entire life. Another book that I read this year that I really loved, I read Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. I still need to read the next Magnolia Parks. I read Powerless and Reckless this year, which is the Lauren Roberts fantasy series. I read all of Elsie Silver books this year. I love that entire series. It is so good. It's my favorite romance series I read this year. I really tried to read more fantasy this year, and I'm so happy that I was able to, because I think I am like stepping more into like loving fantasy than I do like regular romance. I just feel like it gets me like out of this world even more, and it brings like a higher level of like creativeness for me. Like, I feel like I'm more creative whenever I read fantasy books personally than whenever I read like a romance book. What else? I read the Cruel Prince trilogy again this year. The first time I read that series, which was like 4 years ago, I hated it. I reread it this year, absolutely loved it. I don't know why I hated it in the first place. So it's stuff like that. Like, my taste has been changing, which has been really fun to like try out new books and like do all the things. The only kind of genre of book that I really have not like stepped into or like read any of is thrillers and like horror books. But again, like, that's not me. Like, I love a good fantasy book, and I love a good fantasy romantic, like, get me out of this world kind of book. I don't think I'm a horror or thriller girl, but that's just like my personality. I don't like to be scared, and I don't like to have an eerie feeling. I also just don't want to invite that kind of stuff into my life, which like steps into like faith and what I believe in, all the things. I also just live in a sketchy part of town that I think if I read any kind of thriller or horror books, I would not be able to sleep and I would have to move. So yeah, that is my take on that. I just love reading, and I feel like I've fallen back into love with it the way that I did a few years ago, because I really haven't read much the past couple years, or at least like the past 2 years. No, I did read a lot last year. Just this year was the year where like my reading goal really took a dip, because last year I still read like 80 books. This year I read 42, I think, which is still more than the average like person, the average American, or like person in general. So I say I'm doing pretty good. But yeah, I do love reading. I'm just very happy to like be reading more. Of course, who doesn't want to read more? My goal though for like the new year, which is like, I'm going to talk about all my goals in the next video, I do really want to spend even less time on my phone. I have found myself recently like doom scrolling still, like just a lot more, and just being like, no, like I'm just gonna scroll for a little bit, and I end up scrolling for an hour. So like that is another thing that I am really going to be working on, is like, okay, why are you doom scrolling? Like, what's the point? Why not fill your head with knowledge, or like be creative? Like, whether it's going to take pictures because I just feel like it, not because I have a session, but like, okay, what can I get from this book that inspires me to do like a fun shoot, you know? Like, that is something that I really am going to be working on in 2025, especially before like I actually have to go to work and like be a full-time employee, which is crazy to think. Like, that's gonna be life after college. Like, I like out of university, I'm gonna be a wife and I'm gonna be working full-time, and like I'll have more time to read and I'll have more time to obviously like vlog and stuff. But that's also like why I want to vlog so much more, especially in my last semester of university, like my spring semester, is because like once I start working, like what am I gonna vlog? Me going to work? Like hello? I feel like that's so weird. It's just gonna be crazy. Like I really am hoping that I do pick up the camera more in 2025, because it is something that at this point like I really have been missing, because I don't know, like I obviously have not vlogged in such a long time, and like I think I just put way too much pressure on myself to do YouTube, and this isn't something I want to put pressure on for. Like I just want to do it because it's fun, and that is something like I took it for granted way too much, and I made it something to where like it's not. And like that's just something about me that I've had to learn, is like I jump into things, and I'll sometimes jump into things way too fast and way too hard, and I'll make it not super fun anymore because I have just like jumped into it way too hard, and without like realizing like, hey, like you can still, you know, have fun with all of what you're doing. My brow on this side is not looking good today. It looked good yesterday. Today she's saying no, she don't want to look good. I'm gonna put on mascara real quick. My camera's about to die, and I will be back after that. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, just vlogging more for enjoyment and like because I love it. Yeah, that is hopefully the goal. But that's basically my whole entire life update as far as like life this semester and like this year in general. I feel like this year has taught me so much. Like I went through long distance with my now fiance, and like now he's moved back and he has a full-time job, and it's like actually like the Lord has just been setting us up for like a really good life throughout this entire year and throughout everything that we have been through. Like I see just God in everything that we have been through, and like what he has planned for us is going to be so much better than like what we thought it could be. I love this lipstick. It is this e.l.f. like it has like a clicker thing. It's in the shade Black Cherry. It is my favorite lipstick. I love dark lipstick on me so incredibly much. I'm gonna end up putting this e.l.f. lip oil glitter one on as well, which like this low-key changed color because I've been pairing these two together, which I should be using like this one on top of it probably. I don't know if you guys can see that. I should be using that one on top of it. I always am reaching for this one. It's my favorite. My mirror just ran out of light. But yeah, that is my entire life update in like however long this video is gonna be. I feel like this video is gonna be like forever and a day long. But that is like my entire life update. I'm engaged, I'm about to graduate college, and like all of the things, and life is just getting so real. But I am hopefully not gonna stop doing YouTube. It is something that I really am trying to do more of. The train's going by, it is so loud, and I'm just trying to do this outro. If you can hear the train, I'm sorry, I'm gonna talk over it. But yeah, hopefully it's something that I'm not gonna stop, and like again, like I really do want to do more of it, especially because I will have more free time, because that's the one thing that has been stopping me, is just not having time to film or to do anything. But hopefully I will moving forward. But yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you for sticking around if you are still around after so many years, and just for me being gone. I am more active on Instagram, not as super active, but I am more active. I am getting there. I mainly just use Instagram for my photography and for my actual job. I don't really go on it for personal use too much anymore, but yeah. So I will see you guys in the next one. There will be a next one. I am vlogging not tomorrow because tomorrow's Christmas, but the next day and the day after. So yeah, I will talk to you guys in another video. I love you all so much. Thank you for sticking around, and I will see you all later. Bye.